We got to get to this leaking, Carl. Leaking, obviously a big issue inside this White House. Axios is asking a few of the administration's most prolific leakers some of their sources about why they leak. And one current White House official says this. To be honest, it probably falls into a couple of categories. The first is personal vendettas. And two is to make sure there's an accurate record of what's really going on in the White House.
I've seen White Houses leak. I've never seen a White House leak as much against itself as this one. And these are people who are putting their own personal agendas above those of the country and the president that they serve. And frankly, it's ridiculous, it's despicable, it's reprehensible, and it does not help anyone. Certainly doesn't help the President of the United States. Take the example of the woman who made the terrible comment, about Senator McCain. An apology is due, but who leaked that? Who and what good did that do? Did that make the McCain family feel better? Did it make the president look better? Did it make the White House look better? Did it allow the focus to be on what the White House is attempting to achieve? No, we've spent 4 or 5 days talking about a simply unacceptable comment by a White House staffer in a private meeting that one of their colleagues then leaked to the press. What did that do anybody in America?
The Axios story by Jonathan Swan points out that they get more information out of this White House in a week than they got out of the Bush White House in a year. Well, number one. Wow. And number two, here's my favorite quote. To cover my tracks, I usually pay attention to other staffers' idioms and use that in my background quotes. That throws the scent off, said one White House official in the article.
That's really constructive.
They gave us their strategy.
Yeah, Carl, you were the chief of staff.
Really constructive.
Yeah.
They've spent a lot of time thinking about how to leak, and rather than spending that same amount of time working on the job they're there to do.
You were the chief of staff. Can't you just put a stop to this? Or they must like it, or else it would stop, right?
General Kelly,
look. This starts from the top. If you create an environment in which people don't leak against each other, then people will not leak against each other. But there's no magic order. You have to work. A president like the one that I worked for worked very hard at creating an environment in which people felt an obligation to the country and to him and to their colleagues not to do this kind of stuff. And he worked very hard at it, which is why people didn't leak. But anyway, this cannot be. There's no magic button that you can push, no reset button that you can do to make this stop.
Well, could
the
it
meeting
be that
they
there's so
had
many
to
people
discuss
against
leaking
him?
Leaked.
Maybe it's because there's so many people against him in his inner circle.
I think that I think there are a lot of people in there who think they're doing him a favor. And remember, who's the biggest leaker in the White House? It's the President of the United States, who calls up media figures all of the time and tells them stuff that he shouldn't be telling them. So he gives them license to do this kind of stuff. Needs to start from the top. The president needs to contain his outreach, and they do as well.
All right, Carl, that's the bottom line. Good to see you, sir. Thanks so much. Karl Rove joining us there.